All right, folks, we're here with Veronica, my good friend Veronica Fanoof of About Face Computers in Turners Falls. And I put out a call for bike parts and wheels, and she said, oh, I got a ton of them. So we're looking at the bikes here, and I just want to talk about why we're choosing what we're choosing here. We got these two bikes. We want to have brakes, so we saw that the brakes here actually work. Like they return, you know, and they actuate. We probably will have to replace something on here, although they seem like they're okay. But the cabling and everything seems good. There's a good front wheel. And then this old beater here with a cool front light has two working wheels with the forks and all that. And we'll just put new inner tubes on them, and that'll be good. So we got the start for the rear wheels now on the cart that Hawks and Reed is putting in.
Nice.
They're entering a cart. So that should be fun. So
it's exciting.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see it again.
We're buddies going way back.
Yeah, good guy, this guy.
All right. Thanks.
This could come off, or it could stay on just in case it makes it easier to kind of like pull it from the outside to get where you're going. Right. This would give us something to.
We're back on episode 2 here of building a soapbox cart for Hawks and Reed here at Half Pint Homes with Ben and Ben. And Ben has already attached the front on. You want to explain what you did here?
Oh, I just attached this piece of black pipe into here with a T.
Right.
Bolted it through the little neck of the stem of the wheel here.
Right.
Just to give us something else to kind of attach into. I'm thinking if we do some sort of a rope system on the inside to steer, we can attach some eye hooks inside and do that, or do something just to extend it and put this little front piece on with a hole for it to fit through.
Right.
And I have this sort of rib here, not attached yet, just kind of thinking through where we want the body to go, and might have to cut this down, go a little lower, I'm not sure yet. But
And then the driver would sit over here, and then we would attach the wheels, and we got all these bikes now. Junk bikes, which you saw Veronica donating. We just pulled them out of her the pile from buying her house. And so, what do you think? Maybe keep the triangle and use the rear wheels on both of these. Obviously, we have to replace the tires and inner tube. Or do you want to just use the forks and maybe like dismantle this thing so we have the pipe here, and then just use the front wheels, and then this one here we can use the brakes, because the front and rear brakes both actuate and return, so we could cannibalize this for brakes.
what if we cut it just beyond the bottom bracket, I think they call that, or whatever, and we take the cranks out of here, and we use that nice hole there to put a big old bolt through, right through everything that ties into this on the sides of the cart. So these are both each off a side of it, and they would almost like kind of pivot off of this then, and then we just have to support this, and the whole thing might still rock, but if we keep all this and tie them together, they can't skew in as much, because that's a nice sturdy bolting point that we could bolt it right to the sides, and then it would sit a little lower too, which would be good because our front's so low.
Right. I think that works. So I forgot to bring my Sawzall. Do you have?
I have my Sawzall, and I have my angle grinder with a cutoff wheel on it. So.
All right. Well, let's start taking this puppy apart and seeing what we could do.
That didn't take much. Okay.
No. And the blade's working well.
Yeah, that was easier than I thought. Let's do this one too, and then the whole bike's just going to fold on us.
Oh, we got that one.
Oh, it's attached by this little thing. All that just to not unscrew a screw.
Yeah.
Ooh, now we got a unicycle.
Nice.
Great way to break my face.
You trying to take that off?
Yep. Just, might as well take the wheel off and get the chain and everything off of there too.
Yep. That's the way you do it. You turn the bike upside down and you work on it that way. Watch your knuckles.
There it is. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Can't get out of my head now. It's eyeballs and stuff.
All right, so we're having trouble getting this thing off here, so we're going to use an angle. We're going to use a blade. Is that going to be spinning on you?
I can just barely get in here, and I don't know if I'll get low enough to get all the way through it, but maybe I can then turn it. Let's see. It's going to come right at you that way, though. I think so.
Nice.
Now, nice. Okay. Well,
Oh, there's the
yeah, it's got all the ball
bearings.
bearings inside. Ready? I thought they would roll out on me, but they didn't. All right.
Yeah, I can still see them in there.
I guess we
Nice.
should cut, while it's right in that position, I guess we can cut this guy off too, right? Okay, and then the blade is starting to show its signs of wear. All right, hold that up. Did that go through or did it just jump? Oh, actually, that could just twist again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bad shot.
All right. Are we trying to save the brake cables?
Not on this one.
Okay. Let's set that down for now. Housing. And crunch, crunch through the cable. Oh yeah, it's got the wire for the.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
All right.
One frame.
You got one thing.
Yeah, let's get the chain out here. Can I just bend that in half and snap it?
There's a master link somewhere. You just.
I can't find that. It's all rusty. Sometimes you can't bend it. Here we go. I'll aim this away from me. Scary.
Alright.
Got at least one side. Did I get both? If not, let's snap it. There we
Nice.
go.
That's how you remove a chain.
That's the professional.
Chain, chain, chain. So.
Chain, chain, chain. This way. There's another one, dude.
That's how it's done. All right. So you're gonna need to cut that thing off as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Save the.
Some life.
Rally
It's got
Sports.
Wheel, not much though. It's gonna come at you, man.
There it is.
There it is.
Pow! Ball bearings.
Ball bearings. All right.
Doggies!
We have 2 frames.
2 dogs.
2 frames and 2 dogs.
2
And look,
beds.
it's gold winner, Ivy, Poison Ivy Luna. I
Hey! Be quiet, dog.
actually have her trophy right next door. All right, so now we got to figure out how these are going to be affixed. Shall we go
Here,
to the
let's bring them
cart?
over here and look at a. Let's get a quick idea here. I was kind of thinking. You'd have to offset it to cancel out the angle, so we make it a big triangle.
Right.
But if we get a bolt right through the bottom bracket here, sturdy, right right through probably the whole thing with the threaded rod and just kind of really tie that in there. Then if we can just bolt one side of this triangle in and then can keep the distance between these
Do it like a threaded
even,
rod here.
then it won't skew.
So-
This will hold the weight just fine, I think, but it will want to skew. But if we can keep a continuous connection between the tops of these, I think we'll form a nice little
Right.
triangulation.
Right.
And then they won't be able to skew in from the weight being just on one side.
Right, right. There needs to be something going across.
Yes, these
Stop
can
it from
just become
collapsing.
like the backrest.
Yeah, yeah, which then if we put them like there-ish,
Right. We just
there
gotta.
and there kinda,
Right, and
so the
you,
wheel sits kinda right near the back.
yeah, you may want to have it off so that we can unscrew and unscrew the.
Yeah, so
and
just past
We'll be
maybe-
using the front wheels, which won't have all the gears.
What if we?
Which we'd have to check that, that's gonna put us pretty close to 8 feet, cause I think we went with about 6 feet on here, that's not 2, so we'll probably be just under the 8 feet. We might have to shorten it up before we do it to make sure we stay
Right.
in the parameters.
What if we pop a hole? If you went right through here.
Yeah. Well, also you're sitting here, so that means you're gonna have a rod going through here. It
Well,
might
you
need to
can
raise
go.
the seat
we
up
put
a
a seat over it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or something.
Which also-
like how you would hold.
This is still gonna put us a lot higher than the front, which might make it a little awkward.
Well, that's
What if
okay. That's all right.
what if we somehow did like, still mount these like this, but
Right.
then pivot up
Yeah.
to get it so the whole thing's kind of low riding?
Yeah, I
That'd
think
be
that.
sweet too.
What if you did it, here, what if you hold yours in the similar position, do it until this is like straight up and down looking kinda. I mean,
Totally.
we could find a way to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold that position. I'll just grab a spare tire and let's see how high. So if we were to put it that high, yeah, I mean, we can
A
measure
little
it.
more.
We can measure it so that the wheels touch
Sit
the
at a good
ground
height, yeah.
and so that this will be flat.
No, make it a little heavier, adding in a bunch of like wood blocking to make this rigid, but
Yeah.
I guess that'd be.
Yeah. I think the trick is we just gotta make these straight.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we could incorporate some sort of fancy suspension system and you pivot off of here and go boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
With some springs and some
Smooth
shocks.
ride, yeah, air shocks.
Yeah. Just have to, yeah, so we can.
So if we're gonna be pivoting this thing, what if this bolt were to go underneath and then that, like,
Oh, yeah.
we got some kind of a bar and then that's what the cart rests on mostly.
Yeah, hey.
And then
Idea.
this is, yeah, because I mean, it doesn't really matter. The only thing though is that you're gonna have this bar here. If you're sitting here and steering,
What if?
the bar, you
What
know.
if these were back even further?
It's gonna get real long, but.
Is there a issue?
Well, then
with
what else
length?
do we support it off of?
True.
I mean, I guess we'd have to do something that goes forward, but if we did a little like 45 corner bracket kind of thing here coming up to this bar, I guess that would support the weight, because it's downward
You got
weight
this.
on this and cantilevered out to this. We have to keep this from coming up
Right,
with some corner bracing.
yeah,
but-
which would give you the elbow room.
yeah,
I mean,
look kind of cool, them sticking out the back too.
We've got plenty of bars, you know, we could just cut it and make it a metal bar that just goes right onto the wood.
I mean, also this attaching across here.
Yeah,
That's gonna be key, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
is that gonna now put a lot of weight on the front wheels, because we were sort of wondering like, how
yeah. I
much
think
can
the more
that
we can
take?
get your weight over the back wheels, right?
Yeah.
The less dispersed it is to the front wheel.
Right, hey, what if we were to,
Invert them. Now. Oh wait, and that's almost the right angle already too, because the fork's spread. That almost straightens itself out.
if we take,
It's
well.
gonna be all up in your arms, but if your seat's up high enough, you can rest your arm on the fender kind of if you need to or something. That would get pretty funky.
Handbrakes.
If you go even farther back.
Right, and we'll have brakes,
Right.
right?
Your brake right here, you just pinch it from right next to it.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work backwards.
just,
You'd have to maybe extend back farther than
yeah, but just, and that's just to get this bar out of the way, I mean, no matter what, the tire still comes out that
Yeah.
far, but you don't
Once lift
have,
it up too, it's really kind of there, but
yeah, because if your weight could be like on the axle of the wheels, then we have less weight coming down on the front. That's worried about it getting too heavy, and as it is, it kind of steers not so awesome. And you want to be able to make that turn.
Is
that
there a
long
big turn?
Well, there's both hills, like the Unity Park has got the long left turn, and Greenfield,
Right.
Nashville has the long right turn over the bridge.
Right. See what happens. I got pads.
Yeah, and that's going to be closed. So if you roll, you know.
Yeah, if I roll, then I'm doing a full roll.
Right.
Full roll. I'm going
Like a kayak, right? Come back around the other way.
Tuck your head down low enough.
floaties.
Yeah, put some floaties on.
So we're breaking down for today, short day today. We're going to take the black bike here, we're going to steal the brakes off of it because the calipers are working fine. I got the 2 front wheels right here off of the really old rusty bikes. Gonna go probably to the bike shop here in Greenfield and ask them to rehabilitate, refurbish, and refinerate, and slap those on to the frames that we showed right here. See if we can hang on to that fender and get the other one on, and
Wait, 1, 2.
watch your drink. Sorry, my other hand is full. The Hawk, still
The Hawk.
in vitro.
The Hawk, the flying Hawk.
All right,
Sort of clear walkway.
so we'll see you next time on this old cart.
This old cart. In the new Yankee.